Okay, so let's just access CEO firewall. Okay, this is my firewall, guys. Okay, so here we are going to create first profile, that is zone protection profile. Okay, so just a minute. Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about the zone protection profile first. Okay, so under the zone protection profile, let me just tell you something about here. So let me just expand this. Okay. So here under there are so many kinds of attacks are there. There are so many kinds of attacks are there. Okay. So there are some kind of attack like packet based attack. We can say packet based attack. Let me just open the paint only. Then you have the better idea. Just a minute. Okay, so there are many kinds of attacks. So suppose that is packet based attack. Okay, then might be like clouds. Okay, so these kind of attacks are there. Okay, so what is the packet based attack? So if anyone try to send any kind of malicious systems, malicious viruses or any kind of data which has the eh, some malicious information. So anyone try to send it using a packet. So that is called packet based attacks. And floods is simple thing, guys. Okay, so anyone bombarding using a TCP protocol to our server. Suppose we have one server, a DMZ server, server one, and anyone trying to take so many things, bombarding so many things using TCP protocol. So that is one kind of attack, bombarding floods, we can say. They might be using UDP protocol, they might be using HTTP protocol. So this kind of things are there. We are going to discuss all these things. Okay, so that is called floods. Okay, so how to protect zones against them? So first we need to create a profile. Then we need to attach the same profile with our zone. With our zone. Okay, so first we need to create a profile. So to create a profile, we need to access our firewall. Okay, before we start further, okay, so first thing, tell me about what we have discussed in even our last session, guys. Because I forgot to ask you. Come on, who is going to tell me? Okay, let me just ask this to just a minute. Nimish.
Yes, Anish.
Yeah, go ahead. What
So
we have discussed in the last.
last week what we did was we first created a CSR certificate signatures, and then we brought that signature over to Windows Server. Then we created a certificate inside Windows Server. Then we imported that into our firewall so that we can enable the VPN. We created VPN zones to create Bob, or to allow Bob to access the internal company materials.
Okay.
And then what else do we cover? I think I think that's pretty much what we did. And we also talked about the creating global protect gateway protocol.
Okay.
That's what we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the entire gist of it is we created a VPN for Bob to access.
We also discussed something about global protect.
Right, adding edge agents, and it was like tunneling into it.
Okay. Fine.
So I think that's what we talked about.
Right. Right. That's good. So in the last session we discussed about the global protect using the VPN. So if you need to give access, suppose Bob is in your outside world, okay, he's not in your inside zone, he's outside world. So you need to give access to the Bob to the server one, or that is in our DMZ zone, or you want to access the internal resources. So for that, there is one software called Global Protect. There is one option here in Palo Alto that is called Global Protect. So using that Global Protect gateway, okay, so Bob can access any internal resources, whether it is a DMZ, whether it is inside zone. Okay, so in the last session we discussed all these things. Okay, now move on to this today's session. So here we are going to discuss about this zone protection profile first. So first we need to create a profile first. Okay, so we need to go to the network here. Okay, now under the network, you need to go to the network profiles, and under the network profile, you can see there is one option here that is called zone protection. So you need to click here under the zone protection. Okay, here there is no profile here. So we need to add one profile. So click on add. Okay, now here we need to name this profile first. Okay, so we can say this our GP profile. Okay, now you can also put down description if you want. If you want to add some kind of description here about this profile, so you can also add this here. We can say we want to apply this profile to our outside zone. So we can say apply to outside zone. Okay, now here there is a protection against, there are three major components. We can say flood protection, reconnaissance protection, and packet-based attack protection. So if you want to attack, if you want to protect your firewall, especially the outside zone, because the chances of attack is there on the outside zone, because that zone is not secure, that is connected to your ISP. Okay, so if you want to do this, so you need to enable the sync. So we can say TCP sync. We can say. So what this will do now, if you want to if you want to learn all these things about, so you need to learn about the malwares. You need to study this about the malware. What kind of attacks are there? What kind of attacks are there? What are kind of different attacks available used by the hackers? So that thing you need to Google it out and you need to learn all these things. Okay, so under the action there are few things. Right now I know that you are not able to understand all these things because you don't know anything about it, right? Right, guys?
Yeah. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Good. I know this. You are not aware about all these things. Okay. So I suggest you one thing, guys. You just open the Google out. Okay. Just search either about the flood protection. What is flood protection? Then what? And then search all these three types. Then you have the better idea.
Okay, Anish.
Yeah. After this session, you do this thing. Okay. Now under the attack, we have some actions here. So there is one action here that is called random early drop. So this will drop packet automatically at the starting of the session. It won't allow this kind of packet. Okay, and we have another option that is sync cookies. So there is one option here. So this is the most usable option. If you want to attack your firewall using a floods, like flood is what? Simple thing, flood is what? Someone is attacking your any kind of server. Someone is bombarding your any kind of server using a TCP protocol. He continuously send the packets. He continuously send the packets. There is a one kind of flood attack. Okay, so the server is not capable to receive all these things, so server goes down. And I'll give you a simple example. Okay, now suppose you are hungry, right? So what you will do, guys? How many pizza you will eat at a time?
One,
Three.
two, nice.
Three, right? Suppose
Yeah.
I'm the person, okay, who will give you a treat. Okay, I give you the treat. I will we went around. Okay, you said you are hungry. Then I will give you the treat. We can say let's have a pizza over here. So you add three pizzas. Then I'm insisting you please eat fourth one. Please eat five one. So what is that? You are able to eat that?
If it is your treat, then we might try.
You try that,
I'll
but
eat.
if that is an over limit, then what happens?
We can't.
You can't.
Then we can't. Hospitalized.
Yeah, there might be possible your health goes, there's some issue with your health, you got vomiting of the possibility, right?
Mm.
Okay, so
Yes, Anish.
flood is like this one only, guys. Someone bombarding your server with a TCP protocol. There are so many packets coming in, coming in, coming in. So there is a limit of the server to receive the packets at the time. Okay, so your server goes down, server won't understand anything. So there is a one kind of attack, flood. Getting it, guys? This thing about the flood.
Yes, Anish.
Good. Okay, so here we are going to enable this, the sync cookies. Okay, Now, if you want to learn this, so you please Google this thing, so you have the better idea about all these things, about the protections. Okay. Okay, and under this we have some option called, if you want to protect against ICMP, so we need to enable this. If you want to alert an IP ICMP version 6, if you want to protect other IP, we can enable it. If you want to protect our firewall using UDP, so that we can enable here. So here we can see alert packets per second. If a packet reaches 10,000 per second, so this will send you one alert message. This will send us a one alert message. Okay, and we can say activate packet, we can say 0 packets per second. Okay, and maximum, we set a maximality that is around 10 lakh, 1 lakh packets per second, 1 lakh packets per second. Okay, so if this criteria match, so our zone flood packets are getting activated, a flood packet like getting activated. Okay, then if you want to take all the thing, including ICMP protocol, ICMP version 6, that is if you are using IP version 6 IP address, so they are using ICMP version 6 protocol to send messages. Then there is one other IP, for the other IP is the UDP protocol is the, okay, so you can also protect your outside zone using these protocols. Okay, then there's something about the reconnaissance protection protocol. So this will do three things. TCP port scan. So if you enable this, so this will do the TCP port scan. So whatever your services application use TCP port or TCP protocol, this reconnaissance protection will scan all the TCP ports. Then there is one more option, hot sweep. If any kind of sweeping is there, like someone using TCP protocol and send some kind of any other data like malicious information, so this will detect that hot sweep, and this will also do the UDP port also. And we can say the intervals, that is 2 seconds, 10 seconds, and again 2 seconds. Okay, and the threshold, the events, 100 events. Okay, and here we choose action as an alert. Okay, we can also choose action as a block also if you want to. If you want to choose action as a block, so we can also choose that. Okay, here we choose the action as an alert. Okay, now if you want to block this TCP port scan, so this will, here we need to select this, and there is a yes option. It will, suppose if you click on allow, so this will allow. If we click on alert, so this will send us one alert message. If we click on block, so this will block whole thing, whole port. Okay, and if we click on block IP, so this will block the particular IP address from where the packet coming in, but malicious information coming in. Suppose if we took here, if we select a block IP, so track by, so what is the track here? So we can say source and destination if you want to track against on the source or on both the sides, source and destination side. So we can select that here. And after this, here we have the option called duration. Just a minute. Here we have the duration, seconds. So 1 to 3,600 seconds. So this, suppose if we type here 600 seconds, and we can source the source by source IP, right? So what will happen here? This will block the source IP address for 10 minutes. This will block the source IP for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, this will automatically get activated. Okay, so here we are not going to make changes here. We are going to let it be. Otherwise, our whole the system goes down. Then there is one option called packet-based attack. Packet-based attack. So here you have IP drop. Suppose someone spoofed the IP address, so you can also do this thing. Okay. Here is the option: the source, start source routing, and lose source routing. Okay, these are the options here. And you can, if you want to do the TCP drop, so you can also choose any kind of option if you want to, as well as ICMP here, as well as ICMP here. So this is the protection here, guys. You can do here. IP version 6, IP SMP version 6, SMP version 6.
Anish,
Yes.
can you go to the IP drop option?
Yeah.
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 Okay, so if you click on the spoofed IP address, so it detects whichever IP address is spoofed, and it cancels the packets which are coming from that IP address, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Okay, so Okay, so how exactly does it find out that it is spoofed IP address?
Okay, so that is done by the Palo Alto firewall only. You can do this thing. You can check it out in the log files.
Okay.
You can check it out in the log files. Okay, so right now we are creating a profile here.
Yeah.
Create a
Okay.
profile, right? So we apply this profile to our all existing policy. Okay, so the policy track under the log file. Okay, so the
Okay.
log file have all the information.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
and suppose let me just give a simple example. Suppose if you have ICMP protocol, ICMP drop protocol, and if you select here ICMP large packet any greater than 124, 1024, that packets are getting dropped
Mm-hmm.
automatically. If you select this, okay, and click OK. Okay, so what happened here? What we have done under the ICMP, we block the packet. We block the ICMP packet which has the size of 1024, maximum 1024. If
Okay.
it is more than that, like 2000 size is there, packet size is 2000. So this won't
Mm.
allow the ICMP protocol. This profile won't allow the ICMP protocol. If size is
Okay.
less
Okay.
than 1024, like 900, 800, so this will allow.
Okay.
This will allow the pinging service.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so here we create the profile here, the zone protection profile, and we can say that our ZP profile, zone protection profile. Now we have to apply this profile to our policy, security policy. So where is the security policy, guys? Where we need to go to apply this profile?
Policies, security policy.
Just think about it. What right now, which topic we are discussing?
It should be inside your device. There's like a bunch of authentication profiles, and that's where.
No, 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 no. Right now, I'm asking you which topic right now we are going on. Which topic is going on? Profile.
Zone
Creating
protection.
zone protection. Okay. Zone protection. So guys, simple thing. If we create one profile for protecting our zone, right? So do we need to apply this to zone or do we need to apply this to our security policy?
Zones.
Zone. So why you are not interrupting me? Why you are telling me that you are wrong? We need to apply this to our zone, not to our security policy. One, you can see here simply the name is there, so you can easily understand this thing. This will protect our zone, not the security policy. Okay, so while we create this profile, now we need to apply this profile to our zones. We need to apply this profile to our zones. So we need to go to the network and we need to click on zones. Okay, and we are going to apply this profile to our outside zone. So we need to click here on outside. Okay, and you can see here zone protection profile here. So expand this and apply the profile. Expand this and apply the profile here and click OK. So we apply the zone protection profile and you can see here also that our zone protection profile is applied here, this one, to our outside zone. So, understood this, guys, about this zone
Yes,
protection
Anish.
profile, guys?
Yes, Anish.
Okay, now right now we are not able to check this. Okay, but if anyone is there, so we can check this thing. How we gonna check? Okay, we apply this to outside zone, right? So we are going to access the Bob system, our system which is in inside zone, and from there what we are going to do, we are going to send a packet, a ICMP packet less than 1024. So this will allow the pinging service, and also we are going to try to send a packet maximized to 124. It's around 2000 packets. Okay, so how to do this thing? So you have to go to the command prompt. You have to go to the command prompt. Not in the system, in our inside zone system. I'm just giving the example here. That's it. How to check this thing. Okay, so there is one pinging command. Okay, we type the ping and slash L. L means size, the size of the packet or buffer size we can say, and we can say Suppose if you want to send a packet more than 1024, so we need to type here 2000, and we need to type the IP address then. Then we need to type the IP address. Let's just try here whether we are able to do this, or let's just type the DNS, Google DNS. You can see how many bytes here? 2000 bytes. How many bytes here going on? 2000 bytes here. Okay, so if we try this in our inside zone system, so this won't allow. This you won't get any kind of reply here. You won't get any kind of reply. It says request timeout. It says request timeout. Okay, but to apply these changes, first what you need to do in your Palo Alto device. What kind of changes you need to do, guys? We already create zone profile.
We
We apply that
Yeah.
to a zone.
commit.
We need to. Hello. What
We
we
need
need
to first commit it.
to? Right. We need to click on commit, guys, first.
Commit.
Yes. So remember this, if you made any kind of changes in your Palo Alto device, so before committing you cannot apply this. So first you need to commit this, then after this you need to check status. Okay, and if you are using the PA200 right now, the device which you are using, so this will usually take time to commit the things. Okay, but if you have a high-end device like PA5000, PA3000, so this won't take too much time to commit. This won't take too much time to commit. Okay, so please look an eye on your commit status. Once this got committed 100%, then and then only you can check the things whether it is working or not. Okay, so this is about the zone protection profile, guys. This is about the zone protection profile. Understood? Hello, guys.
Yes, Anish.
You there? All of you?
Yes, Anish.
Yes, Anish.
Yes, Anish.
Okay, wait here. Okay, now next topic we are going to discuss about this interface management profile. So guys, you tell me, what is this? What you understood by this word interface management profile? According to you, what is this?
It could be the way how we can manage different profiles that we created in the interface, not the zone. So in network we have interface like Ethernet 1/1. So it could be a management console that allows us to manage those.
Okay, so Nimish, what you are saying that is right. Not 100% right, but somehow it is right. So this interface management profile, okay, this applies to our interfaces. We have different interface. That 1/1 to our outside zone, 1/2 to our inside zone, 1/3 to our DMZ zone. So this profile we are going to apply this to our interface. So this is our interface management profile, not for management interface. Remember this is not for a management interface. This is for your different interfaces which is present in your Palo Alto device, not for the management interface. Because I know that this is some confusing word is there. You also got confused. Okay, when I heard this word, I also got confused. I understand this way that this is the profile to our management interface, but this is not the same. This is profile for our interfaces, different interfaces, except the management, like inside, outside,
Okay.
DMZ.
Okay.
Okay, so don't get confused here. Okay, so to check this thing, okay, so we need to go to the network again, and under the network, under the network profile, we have to go to the interface management. You can see here. So this is the interface management here. Okay, now here we can see there is no profile out there. So we need to add a profile here. So click on add. Okay, now we can say name this as our MJMT interface profile, our MJMT interface profile. Okay, now here permitted services. So suppose if you want to allow ping service, so to that particular interface, which interface you want to apply this profile, which interface you want to apply this profile. You want to allow SSH, you want to allow HTTP, if you want to allow HTTPS, if you want to allow SNMP, if you want to allow response pages, if you want to allow user ID. So only this service which you allowed here, this will allow to the particular interface in which you apply that profile, in which you apply this profile. And suppose if you want to apply, if you want to add some kind of permitted IP address, so we can say add here, we can say here the 10.0.0.0/8. Only this network will access the services. Okay, we click OK there. Okay, so we create one profile here and we are going to apply this profile to our interface 1/2. So 1/2, okay, this profile, this network, this interface is associated with zone, guys. 1/2 is associated with zone.
DMZ?
1/2.
No, it's inside.
Internal. Your answer is here only. Which zone? Inside.
Inside.
Yeah. So we are going to apply this profile to our inside zone. We are going to apply this profile to our inside zone. Okay, so here is our inside zone. Okay, you can see here. Okay, then we have to go to advanced here. Under the advanced, you can see here the management profile. You can see here the management profile that is selected. No. So expand this and select our profile which we have created and click OK. So this will apply this profile to our, you can see here under the management profile, our management profile here, this one. This one. So what will happen to this? If anyone try to, let me just bring out this diagram here. This one. Okay. Now we allow paying service. Okay, we allow different service, right? I say into paying. Okay. So if this is some user like Bob, okay, it has the IP address .25, 10.1.1.25. This is the IP address to the Bob. Okay, suppose user this Bob is trying to ping this IP 1/2, 1/2. That is 10.1.1.250. Okay, so we allow the service, so this will allow the pinging service. Will allow the pinging service. Okay, but if we remove that pinging, from our services on our interface management profile, so this won't allow. This won't allow. So you can also modify which service you want to allow, which service you don't want to allow in your interface management profiles. Okay, but suppose if you allow the services in the interface management profile, but when you try to ping this 1/2, that is 10.1.1.250, okay, and it says request timeout. So you allow all this thing, you apply the profile to your policy or to your Zoom interface also, and then also you got one request says request timeout. So you get the answer that request timeout. So that might be possible you create some kind of rule in your security, like explicit deny, Okay, so this will allow only the services which is mentioned into the rule base. This will allow the services which is mentioned into the rule base, except all the services are getting dropped automatically. This is this kind of rule you created in your database, in your security policy. Okay. So to come out this, you can disable the implicit rule. Okay, that is the way, one way we can say. Otherwise, you can also create one rule to allow ping service, in two zones, on two same zone, because Bob is in your inside zone and 1/2 that is also in inside zone. So your source would be like inside, destination also inside. Okay, under the service you have to allow the ping. Okay, application, and under the destination, if you want to modify this, suppose if anyone try to ping .250 10.1.1.250, so now your action would be allowed. So this will allow. This will allow. This will allow the ping. So to allow this, you have to create a security policy in your rule base. Getting it, guys?
Anish, something that I did not understand. When you have the interface management, remember the IP address that we put in there? It was 10.0.0.0 class H, right?
Just a minute, let me show you here. Where is that? Where we need to go?
The interface management under the network profiles, interface management.
Yes, yeah. Yes, this one, permitted IP address. That is from class.
So, right. But I didn't understand, like, that's not the IP address for inside, right? That is the class A.
Yeah, so that is
Yeah,
for
so,
10.1.1. That is also included here. 10.2.2 that is also included here. 10. Any class A network, whole class A network we allow.
okay. All right, got it. So we're allowing all these inside, outside, no, I mean inside and
Only
DMZ.
inside to inside. That's it. Because we apply this profile to our inside zone only. So if anyone tried to
Okay.
ping from this class, from this permitted IP address, like from DMZ to our 10.1.1.250 IP address, so he will be able to ping.
Okay, got it. Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
But if you want to apply this, to our inside zone users only, so we can change the IP here. That is 10.1.1.0/24.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so remember this, guys. If you allow this, if you apply this profile, interface management profile, to your any of the interface like inside zone, and you allow the ping service. This is just the example, and you allow the ping service, but and you are when you are checking this, okay, when you ping the 10.1.1.250 IP address of your 1/2 interface, but this says request timeout. It says the reply as request timeout. Okay, so that means what? There might be possibility. So any of the policy that will block this, any of the policies that will block this. So to monitor this, who is blocking your pinging command, who is blocking the HTTP service, you go to the monitor. Okay, easiest way to find out the issue, not in the Palo Alto, in any of the firewall. Easiest way to find out the issue. That is the check the log, check the log file. From here you will find out this is the problem, and you have to solve that issue at that point. Okay, so here you will receive the block. Here you will receive your traffic information. So if anyone block this, you can say here all the action is allowed here. If anyone here, we can say block or drop. So to open that, you have to click here on this magnifier. Okay, so this will open the whole log file. Here, come on. This way. And from here you can check the rule. Suppose you create implicit deny. So you will find the rule here, implicit deny. So this will block your ping service. Okay, so there is two ways to come out this. First is to disable the implicit rule. That is the explicit rule, not implicit. Disable the explicit rule. Or second, you create one more policy into your rule base and allow the pinging service between user Bob to our 1/2 interface. Getting it, guys? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, and remember one thing, guys. Okay, if someone asks you any kind of troubleshooting question in the Viva or in your interview, okay, so if how you get to know what is the issue, so you just need to tell him you need to monitor the log, and from the log file you will find out the issue, that here my packet are getting stuck, so you have to go there, you have to change the settings out there, so this will allow it. So if you need to troubleshoot, if you go for a job in the real environment and if you are doing something and that is not working, so the simple thing is open the log file, check it out, monitor your log, okay, and the log file you have the detailed option, and from there you will identify, so this is the issue, or this is the problem where my packet are getting stuck. Okay, you solve that issue and your packet got allowed. This is the easiest way to do the troubleshooting in the firewalls. Any of the firewall, not in Palo Alto, any of the firewall, whether it's checkpoint, any. so we discussed about the zone protection, database management profiles also. Okay, then we have the two more profiles here. We can say here, just a minute. Last one, wildfire and DOS. What is the meaning of DOS? Can anyone tell me?
Denial of service.
What does it mean?
It means that you are not allowing the service to be accessed.
Right. You are not allowed the services. Okay. So the same way what we have seen the last few things about the profiles. To create this, we have to first create a profile and apply this to a zone on a profile. Okay. So now first one is wildfire. Okay, anyone knows what is wildfire? Yes.
I once looked it into the Palo Alto, their website. It was more like a cloud system where they uh, report whether the requested, the services or attacks are permitted or allowed or disallowed. That's what I found out, but I don't know what exactly a wildfire is.
Simple thing. Wildfire is one kind of feature we can say for analysis. Wildfire we can say for analysis. Okay, so if you allow any kind of service, like if you allow any kind of file blocking system. So if you allow any kind of services, okay, by creating a profile, you want to block this by, okay, but anyhow, that file has some kind of malicious information, and that is allowed. So you can also apply this wildfire analysis to your policy or to your zone, particular interface or zone. So what happened in the wildfire? So wildfire is the one, it has one kind of cloud. Wildfire, it has one kind of cloud, we can say. So suppose this is a Palo Alto device. Okay. Okay. So Palo Alto device, if you choose that file, so Palo Alto device will send that file to this cloud, wildfire cloud. Okay. And cloud will analyze the whole file. Cloud will analyze the whole file here. Okay. And here he will get to know, he will extract the file, he will check the conditions, he will check the behavior of the file, and the file for analysis finds that file has some malicious information, so this won't allow to access to the user. This won't allow to access to the user. So it is one kind of analysis. Okay, and it is a good feature available in the Palo Alto. Is a good feature available in the Palo Alto wildfire analysis. Okay, so there are might be possible public cloud is there, private cloud is there. So if you have your own cloud, so you can also use that cloud for wildfire analysis feature. And if you won't have, so you can use the public cloud. You can also use that public cloud. Nimish, getting it now?
Yes, Anish.
And we have second profile, denial of services. So this you can understand this by the name of this will deny the service if you want to deny this. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about the wildfire. Okay, so we need to go to the, so let me just go to this, just a minute. Yeah, we have to go to the devices. Okay, now tell me, okay, now where we find the option called security profiles under the Palo Alto.
Device.
No, you can see your answer is not here, guys. This is the server profile. I'm asking you security profiles.
It is objects, Anish.
My question is, in Palo Alto, in which menu or in which option we will find option called security profiles?
Policies.
Let's just see. No.
In the network?
Network.
Yeah, guys, you do one thing. Just tell me each one by one. No.
It's an object, Anish.
Finally, object is left. Right. This is the object. Under the object you can see security profiles. So remember these options. In the object you will find the security profiles. Okay, so remember this. You will receive the question between the Viva also. This kind of. Okay, under the security profiles you can see here there's option here. Like you are filtering, fire blocking, wildfire, DOS, denial of services. Okay, so here, okay, so let's check it out about this wildfire analysis. So click on wildfire analysis. Okay, so there's by default profile is there. Okay, let's create one more here. So click on add. Okay, we can name this as our wildfire profile. Our wildfire profile. Okay. And here we need to add something like we can say we can name this as a analyze profile. Analyze this. We can say analyze this. Okay, so which application you want to analyze? Which application you want to analyze? So you have to select here. You need to add that. Suppose if you want to analyze any kind of application, okay, from here, so you can select that application. Okay. Okay, and if you want to analyze all the applications, so you select here any. You can select here. So we did this analyze any. The file types we don't want to allow. We just want to allow analyze all the file types, not any particular like .pdf, not any kind of doc files, whatever. So we cancel this. Wildfire profile. Now add this. We can say analyze. Analyze this. Then application any. Then so file type any. We can say. Then we want to allow. We want to analyze this in both the direction, not only for upload or download in the port. If someone uploading this, so this will analyze by this file. If any user download any kind of file, so this will also analyze it. Then analyze in. So here we have the option here. So if you choose a public cloud, so this will wildfire we use public cloud to analyze the files. But if you have our own private cloud, so we can choose the private cloud also to analyze all the files. So we have the public cloud because right now we don't have any clouds here. Okay, so here the option is here in the wildfire. Okay, so we create this our wildfire profile. Now we are going to apply this. Okay, so before applying this, we have the one more profile here. We can say that DOS protection. Okay, there is one more profile. Okay, let me just add this our data filtering. So if you want to filter any kind of data, okay, so you can also create a profile here, data filtering profile. So this will automatically filter out. This will automatically filter out here. Then the DOS denial of services. So the DOS denial of services is the same like the zone protection profile, guys. It is same like the zone protection profiles. Okay, it has the same option. Let me show you here. Let's just add one profile. We can say our profile. Okay, now you can see here the sync blur. This is option here. So should allow. And if you choose here sync cookies, then if you want to allow this UDP blurs, ICMP blurs, ICMP version 6, other IP blur, so you can use this. Yeah, you can allow this. So this is the same like zone protection profiles. And click OK. Now we want to apply this. We apply this data wildfire analysis and DOS profile to our security policy. Okay, so we need to go to the policy, and under the policy we need to click on security. So we are already here. Now here we need to apply this to this profile, user going to internet. So we have to open this, and under the action we have the profile settings. Okay, so here we can apply our profiles. So here we can say data filtering. We won't have data filtering, so we have wildfire. So wildfire protection. But we also create one device profile, right? But here there is no option here. You are saying that here there is no option called DOS, denial of services. So you have a question where we apply this profile. From where we will apply this profile, because under the URL, under this security rule, there is no option here. Okay, so let's just click OK here first. You can see here under the policies there is the last option. What is that? Denial of services protection. Okay, so to apply this, we need to create a rule here. We need to create one more rule to allow this profile. So add one rule here. Okay, let's just say our denial of services policy. Our denial of services policy. Okay, so need to go to source. Okay, now we need to apply to the zone. We can say outside. Okay, and if you want to apply this to any kind of source address, you can also apply this to a source address. And so if you want to allow any source user, you can also apply the source user here. Okay, then let's go to destination, and we can say here destination, that is inside. Okay, then option of protection. So here we have the option called aggregate. Here you can see. So select the option under aggregate, expand this, and select our profile which we have created, denial of services profile which we have created, and click OK. So this will apply to our inside to outside to inside zone. This profile is applied to our outside to inside zone. Okay, so understood this, guys, about the profiles, protection profiles, security profiles, server profiles in Palo Alto, because mostly the Palo Alto, all the things working on the profiles in the Palo Alto. Hello, everyone is here, guys? Yeah.
Yes, Anish.
Yeah. So we completed all the topics, whatever things possible in this device. We completed all these things. Okay, but there are so many things. Okay, we haven't touched that one. Okay, like there is one more device that is called Panorama. Panorama, we can say. So Panorama is a one kind of device in Palo Alto. You will find this Panorama device in the large organizations. When you go to the real environment, you will find this device. So the Panorama is a simple thing. Okay, so Panorama is a one kind of management device, you can say. So using the Panorama device, you can manage multiple Palo Alto devices. You can manage multiple Palo Alto devices. Okay, to say this, we need to have one license for that. To use that, we need to have license for Panorama. So right now we don't have a license for Panorama, so I'm not going to show you this here. Okay, and most important topic, that is wildfire, guys. Okay, so I have something for you. Okay, I download something from this Google, so I can share that with you. I will mail you, don't worry, but let me show you here. Yes, wildfire, this one, wildfire administration guide. So it has all the details about the wildfire, public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and there's specially appliance available for wildfire 500. That is specially designed for wildfire analysis. This device is designed for wildfire analysis. So I'm going to share this file with you. Okay, there is some command information about the API also. Okay, so go to the file. Here the example also, wildfire example. So use this. Okay, you will understand here. Okay, so read it out. You can easily understand this thing. Yeah, it has some options also, how to analyze all this. Okay, so I'm going to share this file. Okay, so guys, we have completed our training. Understood all